Hey, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're kicking some butt. So, we're on planet Monria, which is really a moon of planet Calypso. I'm going to show you where it is in the great scheme of space. Oh, sorry guys. Let's say space. So, we're way over here today. Great place to be. If you guys don't know, you can actually teleport from here back to here without having to fly. That's kind of handy sometimes. Um, the reason we're here is because, as you guys know, we have a massive goal with engineering, right? We're attempting to get to 6,000 points in engineering by the end of the year. So we're almost there. In fact, we're less than 10 attempts at this directly. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to click Toby over here. Toby has a mission called Still Waiting on Supplies, in which he wants you to basically successfully craft 500 of anything. And it doesn't matter what it is. A lot of people will use the EP1 blueprint. I personally prefer EP2 because it has a chance of dropping explosive projectile recyclers and stuff. And I overall uh, it's the one I favor. And so, to each their own. Some people are actually crafting big batches of stuff that they're going to take back and they're going to put into the auction house or into their shops and stuff like that. And so it's a mixed bag. Like, basically, if you craft large amounts of stuff or you're just trying to build up your guy, Monria's 75 PEC engineering mission is a big deal. If you think about that, that's every 10 days you're making 7.5 ped in just engineering, which I'd consider a significant thing, right? Um, so the deal is, I just bought 300 ped in um, nano cubes. Now the nano cubes are what we're going to use to do this. I'm doing a run of 1500. The reason I'm doing a run of 1500 because that basically takes about hour and 54 minutes. I did, like always, make sure to clear our inventory of any blueprints that are there. And like always, I'm going to stop. Well, I'm not going to stop the run, but I'll discuss any blueprints as they happen. And I'm also going to discuss basically everything at the end of the run. Now, for us currently, because we are qualified, and because I don't um, consider this a hard blueprint for us to run with our current skill levels, this is 100% quality blueprint. Um, my skill levels are extraordinarily good for this stuff. Mechanical engineering type stuff um, is pretty high actually, and so including our equipment methodology and stuff, and manufacturing methodology. As a mechanical engineer, I'm currently at 47th level. We haven't got to 60th level in any of our manufacturing crafty type stuff, so we do not have industrialist. So I am missing industrialist. That's it. That's the only thing. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this rolling. What we're assuming is that we're going to be about 5 to 10% down. And that's not guaranteed. Um, it just, could be where we're at. There is a chance that we're actually up in ped. We know we put 300 ped into this run. I am going to look at the statistics later on. I'm sorry, I don't have anything to do about that person setting their character to annoyingly laugh every little bit, but um, it is what it is. Besides that, let's get this going. You guys do know I always make my face disappear so I can just chill, watch the run, and have coffee and stuff. And so, but as always, I do prefer if you guys will send your good vibe mojo at us. Because honestly, all that good mojo, even when you guys are watching it after it happens on YouTube and stuff like that, right? That adds up, and honestly, that has a direct impact on how kick butt we're doing. And so, you guys shoot your positive mojo at us. I'm going to get this run started. Let's hope for something really cool, good to happen, but at minimum, we're going to be a little bit closer to our 6K goal in engineering, and so that'll be nice, right? Boom, getting this started. You guys are all epic, by the way. I'm going to click this to this so that um, you guys can see the stuff in a more detailed manner. See how this goes out more decimal points? Like this, if you're watching that, you would think that you got 23 PEC, right? But we got 23.96, so basically we got 24 PEC. So like it's not accurate. This is much more accurate. It goes all the way down to the 10,000th place, I think. Well, way out there decimal point wise, let's say that, guys. And so I'm gonna make my face disappear. I am gonna be here the whole time. I am freaking hoping we have some major stuff go on. I mean, we're not gonna get anything shocking, but if we get explosive projectile recycler blueprints, guys, those are worth like 4.5 to 5 ped per click of those, as weird as that is. And one day, maybe if we're just being crazy, we'll click one or two of them. But in all honesty, those things are wild. I mean, like people click them, but that's a very expensive per clicky click. I'm gonna just say that. But basically, if you do get a success on it, you automatically get a swirly on it. It's pretty neat that way, you know. Okay, I'm gonna make my little face disappear. Okay, I'm still here though. So, I hope you guys are kicking some butt. So far, this looks good. So, can I tell you, technically, I kind of know if we're going to break even because I've ran this so much. If we don't get like, at least like three or so in like of these where it's an anomaly of like 11 to maybe 17 ped in it type things, um, it's not as likely that basically I know how many anomaly hits we need to get, and in all honesty, per 500 clicky clicks in this, I like to see 30 ped in metal residue appear over here. Does that make sense? If we finish at the end and we're setting at about 90 to 100 ped in metal residue, most of the time I know that we're solid. Now, the sad thing is, though, is often we're doing these runs, and I literally am watching over there to the side, and I pretty much have a good idea of how far down we are. I mean, not a perfect idea yet, but towards the end, I'll even say how far down I think we actually are. I'm not ever like down to the even like, um, well, I'm within a reasonable zone. Let's say that, like a reasonable zone that I'm not embarrassed of. But I've never called a number and then flipped it and been like, oh, and just like I said, 22.3 ped down. I mean, that. We're in a floaty zone, guys. We're in a floaty zone. I'm going to click this up so you guys can see. So they're only counting our successes, and that's another reason why I just run a 1500 run. It's almost 2 hours. I'm not even worried if we're going to get 500 successes in that time period. Does that make sense? We will for sure get 500 successes. By the way, after this is done, I will be straight flying across space to the mothership so that I can be ready and we can do mothership repair stuff tomorrow. And so, I mean, it's not a 10-hour let's do this all day type thing, okay, guys? But it will be some. I will be on there at our like this time, and we will wreck that thing up again. I think it's above Arcadia right now, guys, though. Just so you know. So basically, if you're on Monria and you needed a ride that way, I would even hit you a ride. It's gonna be a blast. Ooh, I need to stop by Calypso. No, I don't. I can stop by Calypso later. Sometimes I tell myself in my mind I need to stop by and stock up the auction real quick. Because I feel that if we don't have stuff stuffed in the auction, it feels like we're not making any PED. Very distressing, guys. So, but if you are going to be a crafter, you're going to want to do this. And if you're going to craft items, and you can check them all, look, and you're going to notice that there's another skill that goes into end items. And I'm talking like armor, weapons, tools, etc. And that's this machinery skill. Now, what I would recommend you do on the machinery skill, no crap, because you're not gonna have a bunch of it, right? Is you're gonna fly over to Tulin and you're going to do the daily there. And on Tulin, hey, how you doing, Bam? I hope you're kicking butt. On Tulin, that's where you get that 75 or the 70 PEC machinery. So if you check here, watch this. I love this stuff. On uh crafty ones, maybe I should look up more stuff and explain more stuff. Actually. Okay, so I'm gonna make it where we can switch this thing, and we're gonna display capture for a second. Okay, ready? Bang. I'm gonna have to switch it off this thing real quick. I have to ungame capture real quick. Okay, so guys, machinery, and we'll also look at engineering, right? If you look at machinery here, machinery goes into all this end stuff. So this is why I tell you guys you're gonna want to do the Tulin mission. That's 6% of if you're gonna craft any end item. And I'm just talking items, not enhancers, not, you know what I'm saying? So let's check the engineering skill. I'll show you why this is. Okay. So if you look, there is no way you're gonna be good at crafting without building up your engineering skill. In fact, we have to click a button so we can extend the list so we can see what all it goes into. Look at this crap, you guys. There is no type of engineering at all that you do not need this skill for. And so it's not that I'm trying to be like, hey, you guys, you need to do this. I'm just saying if you're going to be a crafter, you probably should do it. It's not that anybody has to do anything in this game that they don't feel like doing. You know what I'm saying? I just personally will tell you, I believe machinery profoundly does affect something in it. I don't know the backdrop of the mechanics of it, guys. But I feel, and you guys could ask some other people because I know that Deepwater, he isn't really a crafter yet. He kind of dabbles in it, but he's on Tolan all the time, or Tulin all the time, right? So he's built that up and stuff. And he also, me and him have talked about it. We felt that it did affect things in, but we thought, and this is just some people BSing. This isn't anything you guys can be like, well, this is how it works. We thought that we felt that there was a significant benefit in overall. See, when we're getting these near successes, non successes, and stuff like that, as our scores in engineering and stuff went up, we both discussed the fact we felt that the overall value, this better start moving, guys, um, that we saw hit, even on a near success, went up. Um, but that was with several of the things that basically, at that point, we decided that we thought that it was not worth having any skill gaps in anything you're doing. Because then you're missing percentages of what you're doing and stuff like that. And so, in all honesty, that's one of the reasons why I keep on trying to get xenobiology and robotology up as a hunter, robot hunter type stuff. Because in all, you're missing that. Everybody is actually. And so I don't even need it long term up way high because I might pick some really low level casual robot to hunt that I'm just fully filled up on, you know what I'm saying? But realistically, I would like it high enough to be able to be covered up to a level 10 robot mob fully on xenobiology. I mean, not xenobiology, robotology for robots. It's uh, xenobiology for normal things. I have no idea how xenobiology or robotology impact the looting at all. I don't know if it impacts value in any way. You know what I'm saying? But it's a missing component, and it's a missing component that I feel, hey, why did they make it so hard to get? By the way, this is looking like a good success rate run-ish. What I'm worried about is I'm not seeing a lot of high value hits. That's yeah, you know what I mean? We need them multiple hits in the teens. Plus, I don't know if we're online for, if we double we're not really actually doing that great. It looks like we're doing okay success rate, but value of the hits rate, we're not doing great, guys. Right now, we're for sure not all the way kicking butt. By the way, if you guys are healers and stuff, I didn't mean to lead out these guys that are trying to sell their healing services. See this FAP tag right here? Can I copy this channel link? Yeah. That's where you find jobs as a healer, or you find healers. So like if you guys are like, hey, I really want to work up my stuff, I need to find a job as a dude keeping somebody alive. That's how you do that. Well, there's lots of ways to do it. Build up a reputation, go hit up areas where people are hunting, and so and so. But you see how multiple people are down in this fat channel. Like this Loki, I don't know this dude, but let's look at him real quick for a second. I wish they'd quit moving my stuff on me. So, he has this fancy kit, improved gyrofab, and he has a divine intervention chip with a reload plus 15%. So let's look at what all this guy got. See, this guy's packing a good kit, right? He's going to probably keep you alive. Divine intervention, and he's dropping big life on you. He's probably fully qualified. Okay, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to message him, but just out of curiosity, we're not trying to hire him right now. Do you guys want to find out what a healer such as Loki Motive would cost? By the way, there's some amazing healers in this game. Like several of them that there's no way if you're fighting a normal mob that you should possibly die. And a lot of them are not like costly in any capacity. By the way, there are also healers that cost 100 pen an hour, right? So $10 an hour. Yeah. Um, that's expensive, I think, but who knows? Put that here. We'll see if he gets back to us about. Okay. Oh, so 50 pen an hour. So if you guys were looking to not die, that's within the rate of what the people that would not let you die at all. So can I tell you on these guys that are training though, they're charging their degen on all those fat pillars, the normal fat pillars, because they're just wanting to get the skills. I don't know. I maybe you guys weren't even curious about this. I honestly have been considering for weeks now, um, like what I was gonna do for like my end of the year, like New Year's, like, hey, this is the end of the year thing. And I really was thinking about some kind of group thing and hunting something bigger and hiring a couple professional healers. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so I'm gonna let you guys know. A long time ago, Zircon Citadel used to be where you could go and skill defensive skills for free. And so the mobs are brute there. They're like huge, giant. Well, they're these guys and the warlocks, the warlock robots. And so, but they're like high level ones, right? And so at one point, you would just run out there and they would hit you and knock you flying, and you would just get a defensive point immediately, right? Because you would just be taken out. Here, let's get this off of here. And by a ridiculous amount of damage. I mean, like sending you tumbling amount of damage. And so, but you can't do that like that anymore, just so you guys know. And because what happened is, I don't even know when they did it, right? But at some point, like, you went out there to do that, and you got knocked tumbling, and then there was like a reset timer on how long. I don't remember exactly what happened, but some stuff happened. You can't just run out there again and again. It's really frustrating. It's okay. That's a long time ago ish. But you cannot do that at that Citadel anymore. But that dude, if he can keep you alive while hunting those are beasts. Those are so much freaking damage, guys. Insane. I think that little uniform's cool. But you guys see what I'm saying on the machinery and engineering, I hope. They're super important if you're crafting stuff. In fact, not even just super important. They're everything. If you're crafting stuff, you have to have them. So, how I did my stuff a lot of times, besides just like, like mother shipping a ton, I came here and I even have several entire video series of 1 through 30 and 1 through 15s and stuff like that, where I would come and do 30-day challenges and 15-day challenges and stuff on this planet and on Tulin, and that's how I built mine up. Like, in all honesty, about 30 days of doing those dailies, just sitting on a planet and just every day doing a crafting run, every day doing a crafting run, was legit like at the edge of my ability to like handle just doing that. Like, it wasn't very exciting, and it but it racked up a ridiculous amount of engineering. And so, in all honesty, if you think about that though, and I know that this isn't reasonable, if you just did this for 100 days, you would have 75 ped in engineering, like in value. That's a lot of days. Now, the reality is, if you were doing this and you were doing it with the EP1 so that you weren't spending very much money getting it, I would have to look at what the cost difference is in an ESI and stuff like that. You could probably sit here and farm on this planet engineering to a point and sell it. I mean, like, you'd want to know, hey, I spent this many days on there. I have this much extra engineering from what I want. I'm going to just flip this. You know what I'm saying? That's an option. Are you guys shooting Mojo? Phil, we need to. This is going pretty good, though. Let's look at this. I'm going to flip this back over to the thing so you can see and not just be seeing everybody's stuff. Also, just for the record, likely we're gonna change up my streaming schedule because I think we're gonna be through all the storyline on Fallout and stuff like that. And so after that, it just becomes daily grinding on that game. So I'll likely cut that back a little bit and actually be increasing our Entropia gameplay. And in doing that, I'm more likely actually to switch out some of our channel rewards um, by adding more, not actually switching any out. Like all the ones that are there are going to stay there. But I think I'm going to add actually more items and stuff like that to the channel reward system. That's my plan at least. It's actually not just my plan. It's what's going to happen. I just don't want to say too much on that without having an exact what I'm going to do all the way already, organized in a way that I can carry it out. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be talking too much stuff that you don't have the ability to just back up at the drop of a hand. There's a 9.6 one, so that's not enough to bring us back into balance, but we're close. You see how I said that it was going to be about 30 ped that we need? This is what I'm talking about. So we're not neutral yet, but we're not at 500 yet. And so I'm going to let you guys know we're not actually down at this point at all. We're probably neutral right there ish. And I just said like 5 contradicting things in a one string, but we're in that float zone of we're dang close to we could be neutral. We're definitely not ahead. If this was 45 right now, I'd be like, nah, we're ahead right this second. Right now, we're in that floating, we might come in where we're supposed to. I want to also say we're doing absolute crap on blueprints right this second. So we just passed 500. So we're 1/3 of the way there, and we're at 30. So we're neutral. So I'm gonna be honest. This looks good. Let's look at what exactly is going on here. The only reason we're neutral is because these hits right here. And so we have to have at least about 15 in deviation hits per 500 clicky clicks. We're not getting crap for blueprints right now, in all honesty. That's kind of sad, right? Tragic. Um, this, I like seeing it go up. I'm not obsessed with that right now. That we are trying to get to 6,000. We're going to end up doing that through this anyway. The mechanics is nice. So the reason I like mechanics is that also goes into the robot looter, by the way. And then we're getting blueprint comp in here. I mean, we haven't obviously got some yet. But you do, I believe, get blueprint comp on this blueprint too, so. But at this point, very disappointing on the blueprint end. Everything else is going excellent though, guys. And we'll collect that 75 pack in engineering, so. Which, by the way, if you're wondering, well, how much engineering is that going to give you? It'll give us 3 points. Maybe it gives us 3 point something of a point and we get this full extra thing. But we'll basically be at 5978 at the end of this, probably. We finally got a blueprint, guys. Isn't that insane? That is a lot of clicky clicks before we got a blueprint. We're just stacking these anyway. I don't know how these have a 200% markup, these guys. This is all over the place crazy. Nobody should be paying that much. I don't know what's going on with this stuff, guys. We'll have to look into that. But we got a blueprint finally. Okay, we got a standard compressor blueprint. That's not rare, sadly. I guess it's worth something. I'll probably put that in the auction house when we swing by Calypso. I likely am going to craft some stuff before shooting to the thing. I'll be there by tonight, though. That's for sure. This is not going up fast, but you know, let's cross our fingers and hope for it. That's what I'm gonna say. So we've done crap on blueprints, and right now we should be well over 60 metal residue. Um, so I would say that we're down a little bit right now. I mean, not quite 10% down at the end of this run, but we definitely need to see something positive happen. Definitely down. We're not going to be at break even if something doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Oh, see, that 14 right there, that brought us kind of back into balance. Now we're just a little bit down, but we have 300 clicky clicks. So if we get another thing like this, we're a little better off. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I was saying in the beginning, we need like 3 of these events to happen during our run to be able to break even. 4 of them we're for sure up. If we ever have something like a stack of recyclers drop, we're way, way up. That kind of stuff. We're almost there, guys. Sorry, this takes a second. Yeah, I just run out the whole thing no matter what, to be honest. I just throw 1500 in. I need the other points, like what would you call it? Like the mechanics and stuff like that. I'm not at 5000 on any of that stuff, and so I take it. Plus an hour and 54 minutes or so like that isn't a bad stream time, basically. That's more the reason I do the 1500. But it's within that range anyway, you know what I mean? It's a couple hundred extra though, for sure, obviously. Honestly, this is not going as great as I would have wanted it. We have about 100 clicky clicks left. I don't believe there's any chance. I mean, well, a little over 100, but there's not really a great odds that we're going to get to the 90 ped in metal residue that would normally mark that we get a break even. I don't think we're going to break even. At this point, we're about going to be 11 ped down, maybe 10 ped. So that's not crap, guys. If you think about percentage wise that we're losing on that, it's probably very little. Especially if it's 10 ped. That'd be like, because it's a 300 ped run, right? And so 33.33 forevers type thing going on. Something like that. Of course, though, we could have a single good hit here and we could be doing styling. I don't know. It's in that boundary zone, guys. Let's hope. Sorry, guys. Now I'm talking actually. So what I was saying is that this doesn't look great over here, and normally we would have had actually, hey, we're going to be down like 8 pet or so. But because these explosive projectile blueprints just dropped, that actually is going to have us in profit right now on this run. So this, we're only going to count this as like a 2 ped value right here, right? But this right here, we don't count as crap. Like we're gonna look at the trade terminal of what we got, but reality wise, these are 5 to 6 ped per click, right? And we've got 7 clicks, so that's 35 ped to 42 ped in value right there. So if you add the even let's say 30 ped to this, that's putting us way up into we're profitable. There's not even a question. And so good thing we didn't cut off here because we were down at some points during this run, guys, but we're in solid profits on this right now as it sets. And so that is why I like the EP2 right there. Cost us much more, and if we were down, we were going to be down a good hit. And so if you're just grinding it for 30 days to get the skill points, I'd probably just do the EP1 to be honest, you guys. But if you're trying to like, well, it matters what skill level you are and what you're trying to do. I think the EP2 is the better blueprint. If you're worried about cost, though, the EP1 has huge, huge benefits too. So, super exciting though. This is going to be straight up close to a TT value break even. Anyway, you guys. And then we get this on top of it. We're going to be down at least 5-10 pet on the TT value part though. Also, let's talk about this part. We did get more skills than just a little bit. I mean, this actually is some skill here. Reality wise, oh, look at that. That rolled over to a new thing. That's always nice. So we're coming to the end right here, guys. So this is at least 35 pet in value. We are not 35 pet down. So we're profitable. I'll pull this up just in case it's some weird numbers that we don't want to make a mistake calculating crap, right? But this is also putting us dang close to that goal of 6,000. We're going to end up at 78 on this right here, guys. And then we'll gain some points mothershipping tomorrow. That's exciting. Like straight up exciting. Okay. Ready to find out what happened? Okay. So what is that? 22 ped down? Well, not quite. Okay, 21.71 ped down, guys, is what we would be, right? Let me grab a snip of this real quick. Sorry about this. So that percentage on the success right there is a crap percentage, just so you guys know. We'd like to see 42.5. That's why that did so bad. So we're gonna be up after sell of the thing, but this is almost what 7% down. What percent would that be, guys? 8.29 divided by 300. Yeah. Oh, I was dang close. 7.2366667% down. That's what we were. With this though, guys, we're up. Like so 35 pad onto there. Boom. We're up like maybe 3%, maybe, I don't know. Not an impressive amount, guys. But we are still gonna be up. So I'm gonna walk over here. We're going to talk to Toby right here. This is going to go to 78 points of engineering. Here's the 75 pack. Super important. Told you 78 points. Oh, see, we didn't even get 3 whole points. Do you see how we were over here already? We actually lost. So we're getting like 2.8 points full of stuff, guys. Good to know, right? Now I'm going to show you something else real quick. I just got to grab something real quick before we... Obviously, we've done other runs here. Now, on the weekend, I'll probably be back here off stream, in which we'll finish out some. Obviously, there's not enough time by the end of the month for me to successfully get to 6,000, right? So at some point next month is realistically when that's going to happen, guys. The 6,000 hit. At this point tomorrow, at the same stream time, I should be on the mothership. I believe it's above Arcadia. I will crash the crap out of it, help out on repairing all kinds of stuff the whole time. I think I might add Wednesday as a permanent. We're just doing that thing. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. In which, absolutely, if you have mothership permission, you're welcome. Now, I'm going to show you guys this because this is important to know. So if I wanted, I could teleport back with all my stuff to Calypso and stuff like that. Um, just like by clicking that and boom, right? In reality, we're not wanting to do that. We're gonna go to the Monria space station right here. And the biggest reason is because I don't want to spend the 7 pad on teleporting back. And so it is a 7 pad fee. Now, before going into space, I am going to come over here and we're going to sell the stuff that can be hijacked by pirates and stuff like that. But besides that, it's almost, if you just have time, it's almost always going to be better to just fly yourself back um, to the planet you're on. You know what I'm saying? And that's just reality. I would rather fly myself back. If I was on a normal planet, I would be selling those and stuff. Um, I'm not right now because I'm here and I don't want to fly back with them in my inventory. Now, on Calypso, if we had done this exact same run, because I'm not desperate for my pet, I likely would have took and thrown those in the auction house to also collect the small amount of markup. Does that make sense? And so that's a huge part of this game is the markup. And sometimes you blow off the markup. Like there's a lot of times that I blow off the markup. So let me get orientated here in space real quick. So I'm going to be flying back to Calypso. Obviously the Variag is skilling right now. I think these guys might be out here skilling. Not even sure. There's a couple. I don't even know. 2 people are here. The Bismarck and the Grungen are there. So everybody's flying around the solar system. Tomorrow we'll be on the Variag and we'll be doing training runs probably into here or here. I don't know. Later tonight I'll also be on, but not on stream. And it'll just be for fun training and stuff. You guys are all welcome no matter what, though, by the way. You just have to get permission to board the ship and stuff like that from the ship owner and stuff. But outside of that, you guys are good. Well, right now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make sure that we find somebody that is streaming, that is also streaming Entropia Universe, because I like to make sure that we kind of help people out, because everybody has also been so great as a community and helped me out so many times. Looks like Miss Watson is doing something epic. I don't know exactly. And I'm talking Tia Watkins. Um, she has a sizable thing going on right here. So let's just launch that in. You guys have a great day, and I want to thank you very much for hanging out. Peace, very best wishes.